Well, guys, I guess Newsom is, in his opinion, doing his best to try to slow the spread for all of us, despite the fact that a lot of people view him, along with other governors and mayors across the country, as hypocrites, mostly democratically, and some Republicans. But basically, they just view him as hypocrites because of the fact that they may preach what they're saying, try to, mandate, suggest, implore, enforce, whatever you want to call it, these restrictions and modifications to slow the spread of the virus. But in the eyes of a lot of people, they don't follow what they preach at times. And then when they get caught, they try to come out and apologize for what they did, for making a mistake, and that they're going to try to do better and not do that again, despite the fact that people listening to them won't believe a word they say. The reason I bring this up is because today, our governor here in California, Gavin Newsom, made the announcement that basically he is going to add more restrictions to what's going on. And let me kind of read you what I'm saying. Newsom basically made the announcement. It's called New Regional Stay-at-Home Order in California. Now, this is what it says, and I quote, Gavin Newsom announced a new regional stay-at-home order Thursday as an quote-unquote emergency break to curb the rampant spread of the virus in California. The state is being broken into 5 regions: Northern California, Greater Sacramento, Bay Area, San Joaquin Valley, and Southern California. When the region's ICU hospital capacity falls below 15% capacity, the new stay-at-home order is triggered for a period of at least 3 weeks. Now, here's the thing, no regions are immediately affected, but current projections show all regions, except the Bay Area, meeting the dire threshold in the next few days. The Bay Area is currently projected to drop below 15% ICU capacity later this month. Now, when the stay-at-home order is triggered, bars, wineries, nail salons, hair salons, and barbershops and other personnel care services will need to close. Schools that have received a waiver to reopen can stay open as can all critical infrastructure. Restaurants can stay open for takeout and delivery, but they have to shut down both indoor and outdoor dining. All retail stores are allowed to stay open at 20% capacity, unlike the last stay-at-home order in March. Now, it does say Newsom acknowledged the first stay-at-home order at the beginning of the pandemic. Okay, Newsom acknowledged the first stay-at-home order at the beginning of the pandemic unfairly advantaged some big box retailers, which were allowed to stay open. In this round of restrictions, Newsom said the state would be doing more to support small businesses. Additionally, all essential or all non-essential travel is temporarily restricted statewide. Regardless of what zone you live in, hotels and motels are now restricted to only guests traveling for an essential reason. Now, here's how each region is broken down. Northern California is the Bay Area, which is Del Norte, Glen, Humboldt, Lake, Lansing, Midco, I can't pronounce all of these, Modoc, Shasta, Siskiyou, Tamara, and Trinity. Bay Area is Alameda, Costa County, Alameda. Okay, the Bay Area region is Alameda, Contra Costa, Marine, Monterey, Napa, San Francisco, San Mateo, Santa Clara, Santa Cruz, San Ramon, or Sonoma, I should say, Solona and Sonoma. Greater Sacramento is Alpine, Amador, Butte, Colusa, El Dorado, Nevada, Placer, Plumas, Sacramento, Sierra, Sutter, Yolo, and Yuba. San Joaquin, of course, is Cavaleras, Fresno, Keene, Curd, Kings, Madera, Mariposa, Merced, San Benito, San Joaquin, Stanislaus, Tula, and Tulamo. And then southern right there is Imperial, Inyo, Los Angeles, Mono, Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, San Diego, Santa Barbara, and Venture. Now, obviously, not a lot of people are going to be happy about this ruling. And it says that when it comes to enforcement, the state is largely leaving it to the local level. However, Newsom said there would be consequences for any uncooperative counties. Basically, he's going to take funding away from those counties. He said, now in closing, it says the state's biggest area of concern has been a rise in hospitalizations, particularly in ICU beds. California has broken its record for most hospitalizations 5 times in 5 days. As of Thursday, 8,831 people are hospitalized with the virus, if you believe that number. And the number of patients in state intensive care units also reached a new record Thursday at 2,066. Now, the 8,001, I don't think a lot of people are going to believe of people being in the ICU with the virus. But again, I'll provide a link down below. You guys can look at it yourself. But yeah, not a lot of people are going to be thrilled by this decision by Newsom. And I'm sure there are other people around the country that have similar governors, or, well, basically governors, I should say, doing similar or trying to make similar decisions. One person actually commented and said, man, I thought it was bad here in Illinois. I was wrong. So, yeah, there's no doubt now, in my opinion, that the Recall Gavin Newsom petition is going to go right into high gear, and that any high-ranking officials that don't agree with his decision-making, even certain judges that have basically ruled against him and said, hey, you can't do this kind of stuff, are going to be, really going after him now and making sure that he doesn't have another term of, as governor whatsoever. But in reality, people, we all know what's going on here with these governors making these decisions around the country that we feel are ridiculous and, not needed. The honest truth is, whether they're Democrat or Republican or whatever, they're doing this because when you listen to how they speak and everything, when they talk to the state and they give updates, what they're doing is they're prepping themselves for the 2024 presidential election. You know that, I know that. So, let's not kid ourselves when it comes to that. So, anyway, though, guys, I just thought I'd come on here and let you know what's going on. And let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know if any of your governors are trying to pull something similar. Comment down below, and I will talk to y'all later.